Welcome to a very interesting game. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to play it, so I'll just play the demo. Now, this is one of those survival games where you actually need to watch the timer. Timer always passes while we're playing the game, and then just move cards on different resources, and then you combine the resources to kind of have a little bit of a base building aspect, some resource management, and just a lot of cool survival elements. I think that I was expecting a game like this, but I don't think it'll release. It was about you being in a jungle and doing some stuff, but read the demo for that one. I don't know where it is. Also, the cursed sun bathes or coffins. Feast on their bones. Yeah, well, we are the cool vampires, not the Twilight vampires. Okay, let's stop that. So basically, these are your resources. These are your meters over here. So trees will appear, and you have to cut down the trees to get wood. I bet he's using a stone pickaxe or a stone axe to do that. As you can see, you can put the cards anywhere on the player area, but you can also stack them like this. Your characters have some stats. We have some evasion, attack speed, critical multiplier, critical chance, guts. Yeah. By the way, can you just take a moment and appreciate the fact that the bunny is fighting a vampire? That's one tough bunny. It must be the bunny from, you know, Monty Python. So you can build an altar with 2 wood and 1 blood. A skeleton needs 2 bones, an altar, and 1 blood. Keep blood? How do you keep the blood? Oh, that bunny is so dangerous. How do you heal? I guess you have to sleep to heal. And some of these resources, I don't know. For example, sometimes you'll get more wood from a tree, sometimes you don't get any, sometimes the bunny defeats you, sometimes you defeat the bunny. Vicious little creatures. What are you doing? Nobody is hitting anything. 4 damage, that was a critical, I think. Okay, so 2 bones and a vampire. So also need the blood over here. Okay, we'll summon the skeleton. Happens on... yeah, whatever. Let's keep blood. I'm not sure how the skeletons will behave. So this is a minion. We can only have 3 minions. And we also have a card limit, so you cannot stockpile resources forever. Stay one of Vampire Hunter, interesting. Well, the game says you can continue playing to collect resources, but I don't think that's feasible in a way. Looks, man, that minimap is also pretty cool. I think we'll try and fight one more bunny. Oh, the poor skeletons cannot do anything. They're just skeletons. They don't know how to use a pickaxe or an axe. A good thing we don't have to build a refrigerator for the blood. I guess it's one of those... vampires like blood. Just blood, congealed blood, coagulated blood, doesn't matter. Like these vampires have had a very hard time keeping fresh blood. Okay, so 2 of that, 1 of that, and a vampire. We'll just summon 3 skeletons and then we'll take a break. Now, I really wish I had enough time to play all of these cool and interesting games, but sadly no. Workstations. I only have the altar. What do you mean auto build? Oh. Okay, so there are a few more interesting mechanics to the game as well. That's all of the quests we have to do. I think the enemies will just come and search us on the map. That will be interesting. I'm not sure if you heal fully in the morning, but let's just gather some more wood. fight another bunny and then we'll end the day. I think that's 10, okay. Skeletons everywhere. Can we just not resurrect the skeletons? We need fresh bones, I guess. Come on, that bunny is so ferocious against us. Yeah, I like vampire game like this. So this is kind of like the perfect game. I like the bleak atmosphere and the weird... just the weird feeling of playing the game. Okay. I don't think we can build a coffin. Wait, how do you end the turn? Can I just not start the first wave? We have 10 days, which will have different waves. Like the last days will be a particularly annoying one. Okay, you win, that's it. And in the nighttime you seem to be able to do some other stuff. Craft a wooden coffin, let me guess, it's just 2 wood. Skeleton magnetic stacking. That's such a bad idea. Survive day 1. Well, he didn't seem to get any HP back, so I'm not really sure how he heals. Maybe just by sleeping. All the recipes for the coffin. Oh, okay, so we have to be stealthy, I guess. Okay, let's get a little more wood. So, okay, so it only crafts the coffins if there are... if there is precisely only 2 wood there. Looks like the coffins themselves have some health, so I guess you can use them as a distraction. Yeah, bunny, get away from me. I don't want to fight any more bunnies. Is there anything keeping me from just building 10 coffins, I guess? It's nothing but a good sense, okay. So it's daytime. The vampire hunter is attacking. Oh, okay. Ah, yeah. Lovely. Yeah, we don't heal. How do you heal? Equip a skeleton with a sword. So this is much more interesting. We even have equipment for the skeletons to attack to durability. Okay, so you only lose durability if the wielder dies. Oh, right click to unequip. Oh, this is such an awesome game. Defeat your first monster, a satire. Well, I guess you'll have to use the skeletons to attack it. What did I do that magnetic thing with S? Okay. We have the horn and then we have some blood. And we have max minions, so I guess there's no point in getting more. Oh, how do you discard? Okay, I like how the vampire just goes to the... What is that? A farmer? A very angry farmer. So just go to the coffin and say, okay, it's daytime. I'm off to bed. Reminds me a bit of you rising with the daytime being so annoying. Okay, now what? Altar, wood, and bone. Okay. Yeah, the poor vampire. I guess he just has nothing to do. Oh, okay, so that's kind of interesting. So the altar doesn't get destroyed if you craft the woodcutter to it. You can make plants. What is the recipe again? Yeah, I guess that's the problem with a game like this. This always tends to happen, I don't know why. For the wood crafter... Oh, you need free wood, okay. I guess the text is so tiny. Can I just make the text bigger? No. Barely see it. Altar, plank, and blood. I guess we have to fight some bunnies. Oh, the bunny hit us when the other enemies could not. There's the alchemy table. Do we turn a resource into gold? Okay, we have gold. If you put the entire stack, that means it will work. Yes, it works. Okay. We can have gold. Yeah, you're supposed to build yourself a castle at some point. So that's exactly what it sounds like. This is kind of wonderful. I think a lot of people who like this game genre will play it, and people who are kind of new to it will be very, very curious, because this looks like a very simple game, but trust me, there's a lot of strategy that goes into a game like this. We'll keep that over there. I guess we should... Where will the wood appear? Look at the minimap. It's also recording my mouse movement. I think we can just end the day. You win. Craft a rope, altar, and cloth. Oh, I guess I should have used my vampire to lead, but my vampire is kind of weak right now. I don't want to lose him. So an altar, a cloth, and rope. A good thing they're not so bad. So we'll build a trap, a net. Let's put some coffins over here to hide my real coffin. And now this is where things will get very, very interesting. I guess we can get a little more wood. Look at this. Oh no, you have to put the traps in a certain location. No. Okay, that was kind of funny. I forgot that you cannot move your stuff during the daytime, so I should have put the net in front of the coffin. And that would have captured the human and turned the human into a vampire, but you get the idea. The game will get a lot more complex with a lot more mechanics, I don't know. maybe I'll play the game. We'll just have to see. It's such a unique concept. See you next time. Bye bye.